Auto for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 37. Check 37.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd and 2, Watson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. Sit down. Let's go. Got double time. Double time.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12. At that 18-yard line.
You got motion there right there. By 52. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Chargers 1st down.
49.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Andy Isabella, 79 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Andy Isabella was the intended target. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On second down and 4, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now Joe Mixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, flush to his right. This one caught by Isabella. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check 31, check 31. Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, Watson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Watson. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action now. Bridgewater. He finds Hopkins complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Bridgewater going deep for Hopkins. This is caught. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. 17
yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And again, it's Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check,
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Third and 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Samson Ebukam, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. He's at the 50. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check this out. 19. What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Double dog. That's the way.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
On the ready. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Alert! Hey, 31.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on third down, Watson. Flush to his right. Able to find Isabella. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's get it.
At the 29-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
3 down. 20 points down, he's coming.
From the 29, Watson. And caught by Henry. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go again. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4 down. Alert.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity. They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 22. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,